Good morning. It's time for Comics and Coffee with Cliff, with my co-host Seabizzle, our special guest, Travis. You know him as Comics with Bueller, and we will be right back. Now, I am going to try and keep it classy this morning, but
there was a warning.
We got to put the mature content just in case. In case.
Yeah, I get out of control.
You get out of control? Don't worry. I don't think I'm going to get you out of control the way that you think. That's not my game plan. My goodness. So Bueller, welcome and good morning. Thank you for being here on this Comics Curing Cancer episode. So I'm very excited. So I want to share with folks how we're going to do a few things here. So first I have some raffle mystery boxes, and we're going to do that. And in order to do that, I need you folks who are watching to be on the American Cancer. So the link is at the top of my chat. The donation link is there. And you'll be there. You'll be to the donation link. And anyone who donates at least $25, because you can do a lower amount than $50, but if you donate at least $25, make sure that you notify us. You can hit up my Instagram, hit up Seabizzle's Instagram with a picture if you have to. We should be able to see live donations. I have Seabizzle's here to monitor that. When you make a donation, there should be let's do PayPal or something, right? And then you're supporting this. I'll cover this. Your card information, billing information, and then change your display preferences, right? And hit show other name, and you could put the name that you're using in the chat so we know it's you. Okay? So I hope everyone has followed me on this. When you are making your payment, at the bottom, you check this box, change your display preferences, show other name, and you could put the name of your choice so that we know what's up and it's all good. All right. Did I explain that thoroughly, I hope?
Yes, you did.
All right. Awesome. All my fundraising expertise is paying off. And remember, if you can't donate today, please share this event and all the other Comics Curing Cancer events now through tomorrow. There are so many coming up that I'm actually doing a terrible job of keeping track. But tonight, I know K-Pop has her art show. This afternoon at 2:30 Eastern is Only Slabs with Rob, and there's going to be some great stuff happening there. So everyone, and of course at 5 o'clock, we've got this hangout happening Eastern Standard Time. So I look forward to that as well. So please keep it all on the agenda, and just let us know what's happening. And oh my goodness, let's check in on the chat. What's up, my friends out here? Oh, hurricane relief. My God. Oh, good luck. Good luck. I know he's down in Augusta. All right. DJ Links, thank you for joining us. Shop, Madam. L. Ron Hubbard, thank you for being here.
Nice.
Tate Prime, I owe you a hug if I ever get to Heroes. Oh, very nice. Izzy's here. Let's go. All right, great. All right, so first up, we open. But I feel like people already kind of know Travis. So let's see, what kind of question can I come up with first? That will be, so Travis, what was the first comic you picked up that had an impact on your life?
There's a couple that were kind of turning points as far as how much I enjoyed comics. The first one was the first comic I ever purchased at a comic shop. I think my mom took me to a comic shop in Milwaukee, Oregon. I was probably 6 years old, maybe 7 or whatever. And I purchased Contest of Champions #1. And I'd been wanting to get that book because they were advertising it really heavy in other comics. So like when I was buying comics at the grocery store, there'd be a little picture of Contest of Champions #1 in there. I was like, oh, it's so cool because it has all the characters on the front of the book, and they're all looking at something. And I was like, what are they looking at? What are they looking at? And so finally, my mom took me to that shop, and it was on the wall, just sitting up there. I go, Mom, that's the one. That's the one. And she bought it for me. It was like $5 or whatever. And I still have that comic today. I've kept it for over 40 years. And so that was like the one that was like, okay, this is really kind of got me going out as far as like before I was just, with my mom at the grocery store. And she's like, oh, yeah, here's some comics. They're 3-pack for $1 or whatever it was.
I miss those days.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
exactly. So, and then I got into comics as I got a little bit older, in my teenage years. And then when I got a chance to, hang out with Tom McFarlane and stuff, when I was like 15 or 16 years old, that was kind of like that was like my Stan Lee moment, as far as who he was to me at that time. And so when I met him and talked to him for a little bit, that kind of, I'm like, yeah, I'm a lifetime comic book fan. And he signed my Spider-Man #1 and stuff, and I still have that one as well. So those two are the two that kind of like, they're a few years apart, but really cemented like, yep, I'm a comic book guy, and I'm proud of it. So
I'm proud of it. I came from the age where we had to fight for every ounce of respect.
that's pretty much it. That's like, YouTube was not a thing back then. Cell phones was not a thing. It was just, you ride your bike and hopefully your buddy likes it too. And 9 times out of 10, they didn't or wouldn't tell you that they did.
Oh my God. You know how devastating it was when I was a kid and I would like go over to somebody's house for like a science project or something. And I'm like, why is your bedroom covered in Thor comics? Why is this never a conversation? It's like when you see how awful people are at school. Yes, and you're one of them. What is happening right now?
Yeah, you're one of them. Exactly. But, I mean, that was how it was. It's just like you didn't even know if anyone else was in your, into your thing. So you just kind of kept it to yourself. And, when you go to your first convention, you're like, oh my God, there's more. There's more people out there that, like this. And you see that and you realize that maybe this world's not as big as you think it is. People are right down the street, And it was like, I remember like, when I used to do this show called Coffee and Comics, I don't know if you've heard of it before, but
only after I started this show, so that the shame could eat at me.
The shame that eats at you, I like that. That's shame. But like my co-host on there, Bob, who we did 100 episodes, I didn't know, he reached out to me one time and I didn't know who he was, and he was like, you mentioned this coffee shop called Mocha Express. Are you talking about the one on Webster? I'm like, yes. He's like, I live a block away from that shop or that coffee shop. And I go, well, I live like a mile away. So, I mean, you never know who's right in your neighborhood, and that's kind of in the same thing. And that's what and then me and him became, really good friends, where he's one of my best friends, so you never know until you just kind of put yourself out there. So that's why I like this time around, you can always find someone, who's part of your community as well and enjoys the same thing.
I know. I find them in my backyard. We tolerate each other.
You're like, get off my yard. Get out of here.
No, not get off my yard. We do a show. We do a live show 3 days a week, and then Bizzle. I invited Bizzle as a guest, and then like he's there, and he keeps us from each other. It's great. Every time Mom and Dad start fighting, Bizzle's like, "Can we not?"
Yeah.
Oh my God! Look, Christina Payne doing all the work. Remember.
Yeah.
You could get a comic book pack for your $25 or more donation. One lucky person getting the comic book pack will get this Doctor Strange slab.
Oh, cool.
So that will be chosen at random. And then, of course, we have 2 auction items. So there's going to be, oh my God, I have so many things. So this one is signed. This Turtles is signed by, well, I unzoomed me. This Turtles is signed by Ryan G. Brown. We're going to do one with this, and this is going to come with a little comic pack.
That's cool.
And then we have our main event is this guy. And a little surprise will come with this as well.
So Cliff, let me ask you a question. So what made you to decide to do the comics and coffee really early on the Saturday morning?
Brian gave up Breakfast with Brian, and that morning, as he announced that he was no longer going to do Breakfast with Brian on Saturdays, in 15 minutes, I whipped up Comics and Coffee with Cliff because I like alliteration. I made my first thumbnail. I put it out there. I gave myself 2 weeks. I hounded John's Comics with Kids to join me and be my first guest, and that was it. It happened in 15 minutes, Trap.
So it's total impulse is what you're telling me.
It was totally, I was like, there's a vacancy? Oh
Okay.
my goodness, someone needs to fill this immediately.
So looking back at that decision, okay, now that you've made plenty of these episodes.
We're episode 22.
Yeah. So would you have like, maybe that's a time spot that I'll just leave open? No. Okay. So you don't regret your decision at all?
No, I don't regret my. I'm on episode 22. If I regretted my decision, there wouldn't have been an episode 3.
Yeah. Well, mine used to be at 5 a.m. on a Monday. So
okay, that sounds like regret. That sounds like regret, fresh out of the bottle.
Yeah, it was.
I remember those, and I used to get up early for work just to watch them.
Well, it was, we were on the West Coast, so I was like, if it's early, it's got to be 8 o'clock East Coast, so that's why it was at 5. And but we had a lot of fun doing those, So, but we did switch the name around. Like I said, we switched it to Coffee and Comics. It wasn't, and actually, I don't know if you can see this, but on my bus, you can see the old logo.
Hey,
that's actually from the Coffee and Comics set that me and Bob I made for those videos, and I just kind of repurposed that wood. I took the letters and put them up there above that, so it's kind of a little tribute to that show.
So Random Rips has a great question. If I donate 5 times, do I get 5 entries? I was like, if you donate $125, you'll get 5 entries. So you don't have to do separate donations. You could do one lump sum, buddy, and we'll put multiple entries in for you.
I was looking at the total, man, over $26,000 raised so far.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. That's really cool.
So we've already kicked the butt of 2 years ago, and now we are battling our way to last year's numbers.
Yeah. What was last year's again?
Over 50,000.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So we really got to hit that 50 mark.
Yeah,
but you know what? I want to remind everyone. We really want to hit that 50 mark. If we don't hit that 50 mark, remember all the wonderful things we are still achieving for people who are battling cancer and do not have additional resources at their disposal to get to treatments, to get to the treatments, to get the treatments, for their family to support them. All of this helps with that. So let's remember what the real, as Rob has said, the real supervillain is cancer, and that's what we're here to. That's what we're here to do. We got to fight.
And a lot of people like these. I really like these events, and they do a lot of good. But a lot of times after events like this are over, people tend to forget. It doesn't go away. This is an ongoing battle from now, probably honestly for lifetimes ahead of us and stuff. So whenever you can donate to a charity for something like this, please do it. If this is over, after tomorrow, we have a person in our community, Jen from Comics Will Break Your Heart. She's going through cancer right now, cancer treatment, and that's an ongoing thing. You can always donate to her. But yeah, just don't. That's the one thing I think people run into. They kind of forget if it's not brought to their attention after a while. and the disease never goes away. So anything you guys should do, find a charity and get involved.
Well, I mean, that's really the sad thing. Everybody needs help all the time. We have so many organizations for so many things, and yeah, people forget. I mean, how many people remember, the ice bucket challenge, and and what it did, and it actually accomplished something, know. And the two major ALS foundations actually were able to put some money into some research, and now we have slightly better drugs, but we also have to remind people that it still exists. So, and cancer reminds us that it exists constantly.
And here's to hashtag slightly better drugs.
Yeah.
You gotta start
Listen, if we're giving somebody 10 more years of quality life, then it's 10 more years of quality life.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it. So whatever we can do. My cousin Wendy in Canada, she passed away about 11 years ago. That was from brain cancer. And I never met her mother, my aunt. She passed away of cervical cancer.
Yeah.
And now every year in Canada, her daughter Victoria does a race just focused on brain cancer research.
Yeah.
So it hits all of us all the time.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone who can't. It's such a broad disease, it's everywhere, and it would be very uncommon for someone to not be affected by it, I don't think I've heard anyone say, it doesn't run in the family or friends, because it is. It's just kind of everywhere.
Me myself, I lost my stepfather to lung cancer.
Yeah.
So that's why I was glad that Clip asked me to be a co-host here, so I can actually. I donated last year. It was my first year donating. This year I donated again, but I also wanted to be a part of it. So I was super happy when Clip asked me to be a co-host, so I can actually do something for this special event.
Yeah. That's nice honestly, I don't get invited a lot, so I was a little surprised that Cliff reached out to me.
You don't get invited a lot.
No, everyone. I'm yesterday's news, man.
No, you are most certainly not.
No, not at all.
Most certainly
Mount
not
Rushmore.
News.
I'm the old timer.
I was like, oh God, I hope Bueller answers me, and I'm like, oh.
Most people think I'm very busy. I'm actually the opposite. I'm very.
Well, you're touring the country, and touring the country is very busy.
Yeah, but I take my time. I'm not like right now. I'm kind of in a hurry because I'm tired of being on this part of the country, and I'm looking forward to getting to the other side of the country. But I left on this leg alone. I left at the end of June, so I've been on the road since the end of June, and probably won't be back to my home base until probably the 1st of November. So that's like what 4.5 months or whatever it was. So this has been a long trek. So
how many states have you stayed in?
This year I've done like 35.
Wow.
Yeah, and going back, I'll probably cross a couple other ones off my list. So by the end of the year, probably over 40.
Wow.
So
I don't think I've ever stepped foot in like 10 states in my life.
Well, like right above New York, there's that little cluster of states and stuff. There's like 6 or 7 states right up there. I haven't been past New York. So those are like the only states I haven't been to is right above New York. But that would literally take you like a half a day to go to like 7 different states because it's so small.
Are you kidding? Do you know how big Massachusetts is? You will be like, what is happening here?
No, I'll be right through it, man. I'll be through it in a half hour.
No half hour, but it will. I'll show you do better than most. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Wow, this chat is absolutely fantastic.
I'm loving this chat.
I'm loving this chat. Thank you, everyone, for the support.
Glitter and Duct Tape, they've been around a long time. I can almost go back to year 1, and I can remember seeing comments from them in my video 7 years ago.
Oof. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. I almost found the donor list. I'm terrible.
So what is one of your favorite states to visit?
Utah is probably one of my favorites. If you take Utah, Colorado, and Arizona, those three right there, man, I love them. I could spend the rest of my life just hopping between those three states. But out of the three, probably Utah. I spent quite a bit of time just exploring that state just because of the natural beauty. It's got 4 national parks there and stuff, and like Zion and kind of forgetting a few of them. But I like to go to Moab, Utah, which is like they call it like America's playground, adventure playground, and it's like I said, it's like a different planet. You go there, it's like, oh, okay, this exists, and it does. And there's plenty of places where you can camp and stay and stuff. It's all free, So I mean, it's great. And so whenever I did a hot springs crawl across the state of Utah to where I just mapped out like all the different hot springs, the natural hot springs and stuff. And I started at the top of Utah, worked my way down. I think I went to probably almost a dozen different ones. And some of them were like you can almost drive to, and then some you have to, park and then hike like 10 miles to get to it and stuff like that. And so that was a lot of fun. And I don't know if you're a fan of hot springs, but you can have a good time at hot springs sometimes.
I've never been in a hot springs. So
no, you're missing out.
Yeah.
Oh, you are missing out, T-Biz. So
I've never set foot on the beach before, so
you meet some interesting people in the middle of nowhere in a hot spring.
Good morning, Blinker. Yo, Blinker doesn't use his normal introduction anymore. I think he's just gotten tired of me. He's gotten tired of my retorts. But my nerd holes are always available, Bleak. Always.
So, have you ever been to the state of Minnesota?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was in my nephew's wife. Her family's from Minnesota, and so I was driving through there, and I went to like the quote world's largest candy shop.
Yeah.
And so I stopped by there, which is pretty cool. I don't know if you're from there?
I'm from Detroit, Michigan, but I lived in Minnesota for about 5 years.
Oh, okay. But you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I went there, and they had all the Marvel and DC statues and stuff, or the life-size version, which is really cool. I don't know if they're officially the world's largest candy store. I think that term might be used a little loosely. But and then I went to the Mall of America, which was a lot of fun. And I actually stayed in Minnesota for a little bit because I found some campgrounds. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't Prince from Minnesota?
Yes, Minnetonka.
Yeah, and there was like a little town I went to, and they had like a campsite in town that it's like $20 a night, and like they had like one little restaurant, and they said, oh yeah, Prince used to come here and get food or whatever, and so they made like a bronze statue of him on the bench sitting outside.
Wow.
So I thought that was pretty cool. And but I can't remember the town, but it was kind of funny because it was well off like the freeway, so it was like 50 miles off the freeway, but I needed a place to camp for the night, so I just took a detour and went there. And then like I pull up in this park, and I look, and this guy is driving behind me. He turns around and follows me a park next to me, and I look out. He goes, "Hey man, you're comics with Bueller." I'm like, "Yeah." And it's like the first thing he goes, "What the hell are you doing here?" Because it was literally out in the middle of nowhere. And I go, "Oh, I just they said they had camping out here. They had hookups and stuff, and it was the closest place I could find." And he's like, "Dude," he goes, "I watch your videos all the time," and he actually like he did like a t-shirt like company in town, like a little small business and stuff. So he actually brought me a bunch of t-shirts and stuff that he made, and he was in a band before and stuff, and he got, I don't know if I still have that one. That's somewhere, but I still have one of the shirts he gave me and everything. And so you never know when you're going to run into someone. This little town has less than 400 people in it, and the nearest comic shop I think around there was maybe like 2 hours away. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, cool, man. And, I think he came, hung out one night, and then I saw him the next day or whatever because I stayed a couple days. But, I like Minnesota. I had a good time.
Yeah, I mostly stayed in the Twin Cities area. I didn't venture off too far off the beaten path. But yeah, I lived there for about 5 years. I went to college out there, so it was nice.
Cool. Yeah, I had a couple comic shops when I was in Minnesota, and then I stayed at my niece's parents' house or whatever it was, and they lived right on the lake, so we got to go. What was that? We use the board when you go water. It's like water skiing, but boarding or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm not thinking of what the name of the board is, but anyway, they pulled us around the lake with the boat.
Nice.
Knee boarding or something like that. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
So it was cool, and it was during the summertime, so obviously it wasn't frozen over and stuff. So it was nice, pleasant. And then I guess I have family in Minnesota too. I guess my grandmother on my mom's side, all her family is from Minnesota. So I guess I wasn't too far away from where they were at.
Okay.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
I'm a city boy. I'm born and raised in Detroit, so yeah. So I didn't really venture off too far off the path. Like I said, I just stayed in the Twin Cities. Went to
Do
school.
you ever get tired of your journey?
It's a funny. I'm a city guy too, man. I mean, I grew up. I kind of growing up. My time was shared in between my father and my mom because they were separated, and my mom lived in the city around Portland in Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And so I grew up kind of going to the city all the time, hanging out with friends. And in the summertime, I'd go hang out with my dad, who lived in the country by a lake and all this stuff. So it's like I know how to do both very well, and so it really helps me now, like what I'm doing, and stuff, because I can go hang out in downtown Chicago for a week and I'm doing just fine, and I can literally go out in the middle of the desert for a month by myself, and I'm fine. What I prefer, I don't really know yet. Honestly, I think I more prefer the desert right now, being by myself. The little bit of anonymity, I kind of like that a little bit more these days.
Yeah.
And but it's served me well. So thank you, both mom and dad, for getting divorced and sharing me with two different worlds. It actually worked out very well. So thank you. It wouldn't have worked out for them anyway. So they made the right choice.
Hey, my two stuck together, and I got two worlds. I got Canada and the U.S.
No, there you go.
And a splash of New Rican.
Oh yeah, I think Robbie wanted me to tell you hi. By the way.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I'm pretty sure he's sleeping it off right now.
Oh, I'm most positive he is.
Thank you to Robbie for helping me out last night. I had a rough night. I'm doing good. He got me back to my bus and stuff. I remember sending him a text. Can you come find me? I go, I'm somewhere out in this field. Can you come find me where your car's parked? I think
a field.
Yeah, because it was like this place that we go to. It's an old junior high school, but they've converted it, into like a brewery and a bunch of different bars, and they got a lot of stuff going on. So it's really cool, but it's really easy to kind of get lost if you're just wandering around, and that's kind of what I like to do. I like to wander around.
Well, one thing's not lost on me: the irony of taking a former high school and turning it into a brewery.
That I had that conversation last night because he's like, "Oh, this was our old gymnasium," and now it's just a big brewery with all the bats and all that stuff. I go, oh, that's not how our school system should work. Probably do better. But we had fun. But I definitely had enough to drink and then something else, and then that didn't work out very well. But I'm here now.
Something else.
Yeah,
I'm so glad you made it.
Robbie's a bad influence on me.
And that's the story. We're sticking to it. All right, so I got 3 mystery boxes prepared. One of you can walk away with this lovely slab from the mystery boxes. We're going to do 2 auctions towards the end. One is for Gary Brown, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1 that he signed, and one is for the Terry Dodson Miracle Man, and they'll each come with their own little mystery pack. But as far as the mystery packs attached to this, we have this one includes Brave and the Bold. And this lovely ASM cover with Black Cat, where she's not over-sexualized at all with Venom and his tongue. This Cable #1, which is also an homage to his first appearance. This lovely Silver Surfer, and don't blame me for the randomness. Okay, I had church last week helping me with this blank cover for Batman Year One, the facsimile, so you can have some nice bat art drawn here. This lovely issue #4 of Kazar the Savage. This Conan the Barbarian, #126.
Conan. It's like reader loves Conan.
This Jim Lee Green Lantern. Well, the cover's Jim Lee. And of course, just because I had Remy Q and Wifey on the mind, this Weapon X Ultimate Edition.
I love that one. Look at that. It's gold goodness.
It is gold goodness. So that's the first mystery pack we have. The second one we have planned. You get this X-Men #1, new X-Men 142, 143, 144, 145, 146, 147, and 148, and 149, and 150. So it is just a big explosion.
There you go.
And then we got one. Where the heck did you go? All right, and this one, you get this beautiful Blade cover. This is Blood Hunt Part 1. You get this foily Jim Lee Wildcats #2.
I love foil.
I do. This new Teen Titans #1 facsimile. This issue of Carnage. This Venomized #1. This Deadpool Taco Time variant edition.
Taco Time.
This Deadpool Team Up 895.
Nice.
And in this particular mystery pack, Star Wars Jark Droids #1 Ahsoka. You get the trade and the Virgin variant. And that is the third. Did I do all 3 prize packs?
Yeah.
I did. That is so that is the third prize pack. So yeah, one of them is very X-Men, and then the other 2 are a bit fights.
Can we just point out that lovely shirt that you have on, Cliff? I mean, come on. Come on. I mean, you're not pulling the tie off like our man is right here. That's a lot to ask, but I just want to give you your credit. It looks pretty good.
Thank you. It's Count's Straight Cancer. I want to feel extra special. I see Old Wolf is also in for 25.
Yeah, Old Wolf and John's Comics with kids.
There's a comment on there by I Don't Like Comics. Can you pop that up real quick?
I don't like comics.
Yeah. It says, hey, Bueller from Canada.
I got it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, if my memory serves me correct, I think they're talking about a Spider-Man book that they sent me. I think it is the 4 connecting covers for the homage to ASM 100. I Don't Like Comic. Let me know if I got that correct. If that is the one that you're referring to, I got to talk about it a little bit, but I want to make sure.
That's fantastic. Oh my God, DJ. I'm tracking the donations on the back end of the portal. That is why I'm announcing the donations. Imagine that I'm announcing it's British monarchy sounding voice.
So I don't like comics, but in there, yes. So I want to talk about that book, what he sent me. We were doing like one of the claim sales with Dynamite on my channel. This was a while ago, and one of the artists that does commission cover art for them is Ken Hazer, and he did a 4-piece blank covers, and it's an homage to Amazing Spider-Man #100 with Spider-Man on the front with all the faces around them and stuff like that. And it is a spot-on, like identical homage to that. It looks beautiful, and that gentleman purchased it for me. and then they purchased it, and then they're like, "Hey, I want to give this to Bueller as a gift." I still have that in my collection. I love that stuff, and I really kind of cut down my collection. But that one is something special, and I'll be honest, I feel bad because that piece of artwork with those 4 books all together, making that one cover, it's just sitting in like a short box in my storage unit, and that deserves to be like on display because it's just beautiful. So I hope that someday, if I actually get a physical wall to use to put something on, that will be one of the first things that I frame and put on a wall. So anyway, it's so cool, and I think there's pictures of it on my Instagram, but they're buried, from a couple years ago and stuff. But man, it's a pretty amazing gift. It's one of those gifts that like when people it's like, oh yeah, they want to see like part of my collection. That's like one of the first things I show. It's like, oh, check this out, So I appreciate the opportunity to have that.
That's so great. It's just a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And such a grand gesture.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. It looks identical. I mean, if you know what ASM 100 looks like, it's that, dark cover with the gold around it and stuff and then with the Spider-Man in the front with all the faces of the characters. It's spot on. I mean, it's amazing.
All right. So you saw it here officially. Tony from Comiverse wants to have you on the Comiverse soon.
Okay.
All right. So he will be reaching out, and that will be happening, and I'll be happy to join you folks.
Guys, once I retire, that's it. I'm out. I'm bouncing. So you guys got
right. So we got to take advantage of you now.
Yeah,
right now, while you're still looking good, while you're still the embodiment of what you could do in your late 40s with your delts and your biceps, and triceps.
Appreciate the late 40s shout out. Thank you very much.
Am I right? Am I wrong?
No, you're right, but the clock is ticking to where that won't be able to do.
You're still a testament. You are a living testament to the transformation that can take place. Especially den delts. What a lovely surprise. They look good every time you come out of the water.
Oh, it feels good to come out of the water.
Hey, G-Man. Lady F. Joe. Okay, I've got 4 bids in for the first race. All right.
You should have more than 4.
I do. Right? I have no wherewithal in this situation.
Okay. So who do you have so far?
Yeah, we have John's Comics for Kids. We've got Jeremy. We've got Dead Man. We've got Old Wolf.
You have Minority Collection.
I do not have Minority Collection, and is that 25 as well.
DJ Links. I know you got DJ's got the background.
Yeah, he can.
Anaconda Comics as well.
Yeah, Anachronic. Okay.
Yeah.
Robbie made me do something last night. A thirst picture is?
Yes, thirst trapping, thirst pictures.
Yeah, that's what it is. So he made me show him my thirst trap picture.
I hope you have one.
And then he showed it to his girlfriend. I was like, "What the hell, man?"
Add random rips as well.
Okay. Do we know how many entries he paid for?
Yes. Let me see.
Okay.
All right. 25. Okay, good.
If I send you my thirst trap picture, will you keep it to yourself?
Yeah, I'll keep it to myself.
All right.
He definitely keep it to himself.
You know how many I have kept to myself? The secrets that burn inside me.
I don't want to know.
I'm adding you now.
Do not. I was gonna say. Are we adding?
Just his face.
Oh, yeah. You didn't. I was just coming backstage.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I will move you. Boop.
There we go. But thank you, DJ. Thank you for keeping track, because I can't see nothing over here. Aggressively relaxing. When have some beautiful day. Hope to be found just as they left you and are having a great day. Yeah, I hope so too. You sound so extra chill today, AR. Jesus. I was like the power of the medicinal and the Star Trek are really great today.
I'm not used to it.
All right, Cliff. I just sent it to your Instagram, so I'm. You let me know if it's any good.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
That sounded really convincing there.
It's good. Nope. My 3 favorite things that I named earlier, delts, tries, and buys, are all featured.
Yeah, and the thumbnail. That's after a long day hiking in the mountains and stuff. So it's looking a little bit more used in those.
It's all very accentuated. Yes.
Well, once you do sneak up to that, get close to that 50 mark, you want to make sure you can be in the best shape you can be, to be honest. Because
listen, I try now, and it is just horrible. Like, I'm just walking around and be like, oh, my legs are tired. And then the next thing you know, it's like, oh, I just had a 20-minute nap.
That's what you should turn that 20-minute nap into like a 20-minute walk. That's
terrible. It's terrible, And trust me, I've tried doing a 20-minute walk, especially I had this thing during my tooth pain episodes. Mm-hmm. At one point, I was trying to get the Multrum dual action to work faster. So I'm reading online, how can you get it to kick in faster? And they're like, go for a walk. So I took a 30-minute walk around my job, trying to get my circulation going, trying to get this Multrum dual action to kick in. And after 30 minutes, I was like, oh my God, the pain just won't end.
You know what?
That was not a great experience.
I got confidence in you, man. You got this.
Well, now the tooth is out and still healing. I'm on like week 4 of 7 of healing because the real dentist is like, I'm giving you 3 more weeks to heal. This is a mess. So I'm like, oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Do we have everybody? All right. DJ Links is our check. We've got Jeremy. We've got Deadman. We've got Old Wolf, John, My Nerdy Collection, Joe from Anachronic, Random Rips. We've got 7 entries. Is this correct?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, I got 7.
All right. I'm waiting for DJ to finalize.
Yep.
Random Rips.
He has finalized.
Yep, he finalized. He said yes, 7.
All right, here we will begin. I'm ridiculous. All right, we're sharing a duck race. We're going to shuffle. And here we go.
Let's see. My money's on Tony. I think Tony kissed me on the lips, so I think he gets my vote. I know he grabbed my ass, so he at least gets a little bit.
Oh, I was like, when Tony and I met, right? He kissed my neck. I kissed his neck. He grabbed my ass. I grabbed his ass. He grabbed my ass tighter. I grabbed it even tighter. Joe, congratulations. Now we're going to find out which box did Joe win. Let's get you out of there.
Box number 2. There we go. Number 3.
Box number 3. Very nice. All right, that brings us back to who am I? All right, so that means you got the Ahsoka covers, that issue of Deadpool, the Taco Time. I'm sitting here going, God, he hates all of this Deadpool stuff probably. Venomized, Carnage.
Nice.
The New Teen Titans facsimile.
I like that book.
Number 2. Blood Hunt 1. It's a lovely you know what? I'm gonna throw I'll throw like one other thing in here. I gotta find like a nice Superman or something. for Joe. And after we give away the 3 boxes, then I'm going to spin the wheel to see who gets the slab. Just so you know.
Cool. I see Robert's in the chat there. He's a good dude. He's a strange guy, but I love him. So
Synthetic panels.
no, the comic book G-Man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Robert got that guy right there. Yeah.
Oh my God! How was Robert? Like I know who Robert is. We love Robert.
Yeah. Who went out drinking last night?
Oh, he did.
No, I don't know. Maybe he did.
Maybe he did. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Got you.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
All right. So that brings us to. Oh my goodness. So I really missed out on something here because normally this is.
Yeah, you did.
So I'm gonna give generously. I'm gonna give my book of the week to Absolute Power, the final issue.
Say what?
Yeah.
I didn't absolutely hate it, even though this whole thing is absolute garbage, and I still feel that way in my heart. Mark Waid really is the right person to handle a hot mess. I enjoyed the use of Airwave. I thought this was a fun way to bring him back. But again, okay, you brought back Airwave, and now what? Right? I enjoyed the use of Dreamer and how Dreamer reconstituted herself after her death, right? And I thought she was she was very appropriate to be the one to punish Amanda Waller. It's just so hard for me to forgive all the things in this event, right? And then the fact that, like, maybe secretly one of the old gods was behind all of this, and then Darkseid's like, oh, I'm going to sack myself just to be that bitch. There's a lot of hard pills to swallow. It was fairly enjoyable. Like, not the greatest thing ever. I do not have confidence in them. I do not have confidence in them that this was a well thought out plan. I have confidence in them that they're like, oh, Ultimates is doing great. What are we going to do? Like, that's all I'm thinking. So good luck to them on that. But All In wasn't super terrible, and that's nice. I don't know. We'll see. Those number ones are coming soon, but I am generously giving it to Absolute Power. What, number 4? So that's it. That's going to be my book of the week.
Nice.
Hey, Bizzle, do you have any contribution?
Yes. So y'all got to excuse me. I know there's some comic book guys out there that's way behind on their reading. I'm way behind on my reading, but I was reading some books last night. This is probably on Oreo issue 3. I am upset that not many people are talking about this book. I have been enjoying this. They're on their second volume. It is IDW, believe it or not. I really, really enjoy this book. It's called The Hunger and the Dusk.
Yeah.
Love it.
This is a very, very good book. I have bought the first volume twice. One of those I'm gonna be giving it away soon. But that Hunger and the Dust is a very good read from beginning to end. That's my pick.
I love it. I love the Romeo and Juliet of it all during wartime, no less. So that's so at least it's much more interesting than Romeo and Juliet. We are rich and we hate each other. No, it's like we're on the brink of death and we hate each other, but like I guess we got to get along.
This right here, glad you mentioned that, is getting spicier. This issue got spicier. A little jealousy, a little envy. And we still don't know what's going on with the gentleman of that that group that he was in. I can't think of the names.
I can't think of it. I know
he's part of the human group.
About.
Yeah.
My goodness. All right. So I hope everyone is holding on to their bussy, because up next is going to be our Bussy Busters.
Every time
Yeah.
you go to this category, I chuckle because I've never heard that word until Cliff said it.
And now you can't hear it.
I see it every day now.
Everywhere you go, you're like, what's happening?
Why am I seeing this word?
Like, why is it everywhere? You're like, how many DL dudes are there out here? Oh my God. Yo, bro, I tried Bussy for the first time last night. It was amazing. I'm like, oh, do you know the first thing? Why do you think I'm telling you? I'm like, why do I have to be the keeper of all secrets?
I had to look it up on my phone. Just now.
Yeah, you got to be careful when you try to look that up.
Yeah, the definition definitely left me like, okay, makes sense.
Of course, it makes sense. My show needs to be a representation of me. You know.
Yes.
So, and that's how we have to keep it. You know.
I thought that, John. I agree. I thought he was saying that as well at the beginning. But yeah.
Oh my God, do you know how many people refuse to say it? They're just like, yeah, so for my busy buster. And I'm like, oh, you're busy buster? Oh my God, we're so busy, it's busted. Oh my goodness. I was like, I wish I was that kind of busy. My OnlyFans would take off. Now, I got a fun bussy buster and I've got a spicy bussy buster. Now, should I do one or both?
Both.
You got to do both.
Yeah.
Make yourself big, my friend.
You can't just do
no Diddy.
Let me know if you want me to do both in the chat by bidding more money towards Comics Carrying Cancer. Let's bring up that dollar amount. Steven, so do you have a bussy buster? You don't have to. It's okay. Because
I do.
Someone was assigned the challenge.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
Do I have one?
Do you have one? Yes.
I don't exactly know what would qualify as one. Can you show me? Can you show me your
right,
example?
We're going to mine.
Yeah, show me your example. I have a very limited selection right here, but I'm sure I can make something work.
Yeah.
Because I can sell a blank cover. Cover of the week.
I can sell a blank cover.
Yeah, I can
I love that.
Cover of the week.
I love that. That's something. People tell me I can sell ice to I can sell ice to an Eskimo, and I just look at them. I'm like, dude, you ain't met an Eskimo like I have.
Oh, I got one. I'll be right back. I got one. Let me go grab it real quick.
All right. So the first one is a special. It's very special. This one goes right out to Madam Blaster.
Nice.
It's Halloween.
Oh yeah.
With her as Lucy on the cover. It's signed to me. It's got a little piece of creative art in the corner. Let's get that off the screen before I'm banned. And
I'm supposed to go pick up my copy of that in person.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
Well, I look forward to penises on the cover as well.
It's not exactly what I want her to draw on there, but you know what?
It's artist take, isn't it? It's artist take. So that's my spicy bussy buster today. Thanks, madam. I appreciate you. Love you.
Did you know who Rod the Rican is, right?
Of course.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So I think this was a couple of years ago because he's from down Florida. So he came to MegaCon and met up with a bunch of us and stuff. And he had a book there and he wanted all of us to sign it. the sign the cover, like I was there, John's comics was there. There's a bunch of us. So I go to sign it first, and I draw a picture of a penis on there next to my name, and then everyone else drew penises all over Ron's book. So it was a nice little thank you for Ron. Look at that.
This is mine from Terrificon.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
And believe it or not, that's not a penis. That's actually somebody's signature. But the front cover is all the artists I met, and the back cover is the community.
I'm looking to see
I still didn't get everyone.
I'm looking to see if I got a cover that might work. I don't think I do.
Well, don't worry, because I got this is my whole box of bussies right here. So this box is gonna keep me busy busting bussies for the next few weeks. Of course, look at this. The freaking peanuts.
Oh yeah.
At least these are the less obnoxious peanuts.
Yes. Well, Rob Fast Stacks, he'll be tripping right now if he got those.
He would. He'd be like, "What kind of animals packed like this?"
I have my Bussy Buster. See, I can say it right. So mine is. It just came out this week. I've been super hype about this. I even tagged the writer and the artist on Twitter. They retweeted my post. I'm super excited about this book. This is Storm, issue number 1.
Oh yeah.
Just dropped today. My LCS, I wanted the is a variant I wanted. My LCS didn't have it, so I did order from Midtown, so it should be here hopefully by next week. But I've been waiting for this book as soon as they announced it. I am a huge Storm fan. I have a wall. I call it the Wall of Storm over here. Eventually, I'm going to give you a tour of this area. But I got to add the rest of my Storm books. But yeah, this cover is great. The interiors, I haven't read it yet because I just flipped through it a little bit because I didn't want to get spoiled too much. But the artwork in here is fantastic. And like I said, I tagged the writer on Twitter. He retweeted it. So please, if you want, check that out. That dude is amazing. He does a lot of other work in independent comic books as well. Ayodele, I think is his last name. I hope I pronounced that correct. But yeah, it is a very, very good book. I will say his first name, but I always get it wrong. But he told me it's okay as long as my name get out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's a good book. Yeah.
All right, I might have one. I mean, it's a stretch.
Because he just tossed Storm number one around like she didn't just come out this week. So I'm gonna let the stretch happen.
This is gonna be mine. I haven't read this yet, but I want to. It's called the Power Fantasy, and just the name alone, the Power Fantasy. I mean, just say it out loud. Power Fantasy.
Exactly.
There you go.
I've had many Power Fantasies. I'm very familiar.
Very cool guy, just sitting there on a cool car there. But I heard this book is really good as well, and I got issue 1 and 2. So
yeah, I read issue 1. Issue 1 is pretty good. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, they have that one there as well. And these are probably the 2 newest books I've bought, just because I think I was at a shop and the shop owner was telling me about it, so it was pretty good. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to reading those. But honestly, when I looked at books this week, as far as like new stuff, because I was at Robbie's shop, there wasn't a lot of stuff out this past Wednesday that was like, oh, I got to get it. Yeah. And so it's kind of a, next week is the Absolute Batman, and I heard that's really good. So I'm definitely going to pick up the Absolute Batman and stuff. Actually, I think Robbie was showing me because he had a preview copy of it and stuff for his store. But yeah, this week was kind of lackluster as far as looking for something new.
Yeah, I also have Absolute Batman. I have Absolute Batman as on my pull list, so I will be picking it up. I will be picking it up next week.
Did you notice that when Cliff got up, he's got his shirt tucked in, he's got the belt, the jeans, looking all cool? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ready. So it's not just from the camera up; it's from the camera down as well.
Mine is from the camera up. I was just want to let y'all know already. I can't even show you what I got below here.
Yeah, I'm just wearing a t-shirt. That's it. Everything else is just like sticking to the leather.
I didn't read Hyde Street yet this week, but I did pick up a cover. My acquisition of the week that I'm very proud of is I did get the Robbie Reyes special. I got like the 1 in 50 or whatever with Phantasma on the cover. So that is like, I've been in love with Phantasma since like her cover came out last year. And I was like, he named her Phantasma. I know this is going to be something. So I'm happy. But my Bussy Buster of the morning is this is number 1 in a 9.2.
That's cool.
That I won in a Mod Comic Shop auction. I'm very proud.
That's a good book.
It's a great book.
Yeah.
Great book. And it was on my list for the year.
Yeah.
Love that.
The Invaders and the Defenders. I love both of those titles. And
which as you can see per my background.
Yeah.
It's also been a big deal to me this year.
Yeah.
And there's the first appearance of the Invaders here.
Nice.
So that was my 2024 mission. And I did not complete the mission. And at this point, I just don't give a shit. I just like, you know what? I was ambitious. I can't go around spending $15,000 on things. So like, so I was like, let's aim for reasonable. Let's aim for Invaders and Defenders and Marvel team up. So that's been my year.
You know what's the easy one to put together is X Factor.
Hey,
X Factor is an easy series to do.
I'm almost finished with X Factor. I have 4 of the for volume 1, 4 issues of the regular issues and 4 annuals, and I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But besides like a couple issues that are $20-$40, and really you can put that run together pretty easy, and you can find them pretty easy as well. So it's a nice run, and the New Mutants is somewhat like that, but with Cable and Deadpool. So just those two, you get those out of the way. And you can put the New Mutants 1 to 100 run, which fit in the short box perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely.
That one up, so
so the reason that I haven't been, Robert is in for 2 and DJ Lynx is in for 2. All right. So and we'll do the next one. You know what? 10 more minutes and we'll do the next one.
Cliff, have you been to Robert Galvin's house? I
have not.
You should.
How far is he? Robert, how far are you? Where are you?
we can cuss on here, right?
Hold on a second. Did you not see this? Did you not see this?
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. Robert lives out in the middle of fucking nowhere. That's where he lives.
What is it? Nowhere New York, nowhere New Jersey, nowhere Pennsylvania.
It's nowhere anyone else wants to live, is what it is.
Yeah, nowhere New York, nowhere New Jersey, nowhere Pennsylvania. No one wants to live in those places.
Yeah. So
I'm extra proud of that. So that Invaders was $61 that I won in the auction.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
then
wow.
I got two other light keys for 35 and 31, and then I got what I would consider a soft key.
Sorry, I was reading John's comment. Oh, that's pretty good.
That's true, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean? I was like, men are going after Boy Pissy all the time now. It's like, I'm worried about that.
Right.
By the way, so over on the council channel, we're really trying to control our F-bombs. So I think this week I'm gonna propose that we step up the challenge just to make it more annoying.
I remember the first time I swore on my channel, people were like, "Whoa, Bueller swears," because they thought, I was kind of had the impression of the Mr. Rogers, and people a lot Mr. Rogers of YouTube and stuff like that. So,
well, you're not just a sweet country, sweet country Christian lover, just traveling the road looking for love again, filling the hole in your heart with the comics that you love and collect. That's not who you are. Oh,
Yeah. Fuck that, man. That's not even close.
I know, right? And then you saw me the other day. I was like, I want to hit the road too. I want to be out there like I want to be out there like Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, just driving along like, what? I just want fireworks shooting off of the van as it comes out.
Yeah, there you go.
Agu, welcome. So Agu, we're taking at this point anyone who puts in a $25 donation to Comics Curing Cancer. Link is at the top of the chat. You get entered for one of my mystery packs. I've got 2 left, and one of those mystery packs comes with a chance of getting this Doctor Strange Dracula slab. And then we got 2 auctions after this. So please, if you can, join in. I once got kind of saying I swear too much. I should stop fucking unsub me. I love you. I love you.
How many people are on that Council of Comics?
5 of us.
5?
Yeah, 5. Yeah.
5 of us on the live show. If you include everyone in the show, there's like 12 of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? Because we got me, Cvizzle, Phil, Sam, green shirt guy. That's 5, right? Then we got
Green shirt. Is that the guy that goes to the wrestling events? Isn't he named Green Shirt Guy?
Yes.
That's the guy? That's the same guy?
The soccer guy.
The soccer guy, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I guess he's gone to wrestling events. All right, so we got Anthony, who owns the store, Steve, who does our books, Joey, Dave, Josh, that's 10. If we include Josh's 3 kids, we're at 13. Paul brings us to 14. And like, I mean, you know,
we have a crew.
So the council is many. The council, you know, Sam felt that in creating the council is all of us, and he likes to be super inclusive about it. I feel like people lose count after they can't count you from the screen. Maybe. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Okay, so we did some Bussy Busters, which is great. We asked Travis some lovely questions. Here's a good one for you. What was your first crossover, Travis?
What do you crossover?
Yes, crossover.
As far as like on YouTube or
no? As far as comic book collecting.
Oh, I don't know.
You don't have one that's memorable?
What's that?
You don't have one that's memorable?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say because for me, I was 8 or 9 for Crisis on Infinite Earths, so it was just tearing me to shreds. I was like, "Oh my God!"
Like I mean, if that's what you want to go, I mean, this is probably the one for me.
All right, there we go.
This is my I carry this with me everywhere I go. The trade of this series. So Jim Shooter putting this together. This is what that's an important book. So as far as crossover, that I could sit here and say, okay, that's the one. That's the one.
All right, that's good.
Yeah.
As usual. All right, the story goes. Did you meet good Jim Shooter or evil Jim Shooter? And of course, I met evil Jim Shooter. So.
Evil Jim Shooter, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, let's sum it up for you, Travis. You have a working knowledge of Jim and his career. So as a gay man who loves Legion of Superheroes and Marvel Comics, you can imagine that my conversation with Jim wasn't fabulous.
Well, you just said the wrong things. It's probably more your fault than his.
I was very diplomatic in my approach, and his choice of words was a tremendous turnoff to me. Yeah. So that's it, And even though I've met Starlin and I've experienced Troll Starlin, by the way, that man is Pip the Troll. I was like, if y'all ever meet him, remember one thing and one thing only: try not to let him talk. Just put the book down, put your hands over the spots that you want protected. Be like, just sign in between my fingers. So look at this. This is mine, right? This is triple sign. He signs it, right? And he crosses off the Marvel section because he's mad at Marvel at the time that he signed.
Jeez, that's awesome. That's really cool. That's a unique item to have. That's something special.
No, it is unique, but he's a savage. He's a savage. You think he has a discussion with you or nothing? He's like, no, F you.
The last time I was talking to Jim Starlin. Yeah, Jim Starlin. Is that right? Yeah.
Yes, Starlin.
Yeah. I had a necklace on, okay, and I was wearing a necklace, and it had kind of turned so the clasp was kind of in the front instead of in the back. So he reaches over and he grabs my necklace and fixes it for me and stuff and pushes it, and he goes, "Okay, now you look pretty good." I was like, "Oh, thanks, dude. I appreciate that, man. Very cool."
That is very cool. If I had to pick my number one crossover, everybody know I'm a big Marvel guy, but my favorite crossover was Kingdom Come. I can read that. It's behind me, but it's been read a lot. I at least read it at least once every couple of months, and I love. That's one of my favorite events I've ever read. So
I hope they re-release that. Like they're doing these small, the little DC.
Yeah.
novels.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that we get more of them, and hopefully maybe that's on the list or something like that. So
I agree. I read it from. Yeah.
I like
Kingdom Come. My Marvel one is Extinction Agenda. That was real big on me, seeing Cable and Storm losing her powers. That event, Extinction Agenda, was really big one.
I'd say my second one is Punisher crossing over with Archie. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck are you doing here, man? I can go both ways. Frank Castle's like, what? Archie's like, come on. So that's pretty good.
Exactly.
Woo. I see a couple people in the chat mentioned Joker 2, and let me tell you, Joker 2 is woo. I went in there knowing that it was going to be a musical. I went Mutant Massacre, great crossover.
I thought the first one was horrible. I ain't seen the second one.
Listen.
I already saw the spoilers for Joker 2, so it's like I'm not gonna bother.
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't even seen Joker 1, so I'm not really interested in seeing
the spoilers
Joker 2.
for Joker 2 kind of confirmed my thoughts about the first Joker movie that it was. I was like, come on,
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't want to spoil it for everyone who wants to be disappointed on their own. So,
exactly. Let me tell you. That movie. Look, I was ready for all sorts of stuff, and that movie still found a way to take a turn. It still found a way to take a turn. It still say, you know what? We're not bleak enough. Let's just crank that dial a little bit. You know, I was like, y'all not bleak enough. Like,
I heard the ending will shock you.
It will kind of shock you, but also it's like, well, thanks, you shit show.
Yeah.
There's one hour of the movie is just him in the courtroom.
Yeah.
1 hour of the movie is a courtroom scene. It's insane. This movie is crazy. I still want people to see it for the craziness, but crazy. Look at this. Wait. DJ Links. Lady Gaga was awesome, though. Acting overall was awesome. Story non-existent. That's pretty much it. It's so off the rails. So off the rails. So that's all I can say about that. My goodness. I
know Robbie's going to go see it tomorrow, so I'll be curious to see what he thinks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'll probably do a 3-hour live stream review on a 2-hour movie.
He'll be nonstop, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like first there's Lady Gaga, then why is she even here? Then why this choice of music? And there's so many questions to be asked.
Did you guys see that Robbie had a Playboy Playmate on his channel last week?
No.
but I did not get to watch it yet.
Yeah, Brandy Roderick was on his channel, and she's a former Playmate of the Year. Yeah, I know you're looking it up right now. Don't act like you're not.
we both looked away from her.
Your attention got taken away right now.
I was like, you know damn well that the thing I'm looking for is not the Playmate.
Yeah. But it's good. She's really cool. It's a good interview. So
yeah.
I need
maybe so, John.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know. I was like, you may have a run-in with her, Travis. Be ready.
I've already met her.
You have met her?
No, I met her years ago at a. Well, what the hell? We'll just call it what it is. When she was won the Playmate of the Year awards of the year, and they had the ceremony at the Playboy Mansion, I was invited, so I spent the weekend with Hugh Hefner and at the Playboy Mansion.
You got invited to the Playboy Mansion? Oh my! First, how did that happen? Who did you know?
It's. I knew people.
Top secret. Yeah. Now, wait. Now, of course. Now, I don't want you to say anything to incriminate yourself. So it did not involve Diddy, correct?
No.
All right.
I don't even think Diddy was the thing back then, to be honest.
He was a thing. The paper trail. The paper trail suggests he was a thing 9 years ago. Was there an excessive amount of baby oil on the premises?
This is like 20 years ago.
Baby oil was a thing 20 years ago.
Yeah. Well, it was a good time. I'll just say, everyone had a good time. Nobody goes to the Playboy Mansion for a weekend party and that wasn't that good. That's not what you hear.
So Travis, what adult films were you in that we should look up?
That is a good question. And there was a rumor at one time that I used to do what's that, low porn, but not like hardcore porn.
Yeah, Skinemax.
Yeah. And to be honest, that rumor may be true and it may not be true. And let's just say that. All right.
So everyone, go to the Skinemax archives. Anyone named Travis or anyone named Bueller, those are our keywords.
20 years ago, around 20 years ago.
Now, isn't your porn name the name of your pet and the street you grew up on?
Yeah. All right. We're looking for Red West. Look for Red West.
No. It's Lonely Johnson. That's what you're looking for.
No. Lonely Johnson is on every other corner, baby. Every other corner.
Mine was King Marlowe, by the way.
There you go.
Yeah.
My goodness. All right. So, Bueller, since I love a good interrogation.
Sure.
Let's see. How has comic book collecting impacted your life and relationships with other collectors you've met on the road?
It's honestly, it's life-changing is the word I'd use. I mean, all jokes aside, because I've got back into collecting this hobby and it saved me by getting back to this hobby and stuff, where I was like 8 years ago, as far as mentally and physically and stuff like that. And then, to have do the YouTube and then get to meet everyone in chats like this and on live streams, but then to hit the road 3 years ago and actually go and meet them in person. And, I get to meet not only people that do YouTube, but the nameless people that watch our videos that never leave a comment. I meet a lot of them. I meet more of them than, regular people making content and stuff like that. So it's really amazing when I get the opportunity to, interact with someone that gave me their time and watched one of my videos or subscribed or, maybe left a comment a couple years ago. So for me, it's a kind of a unique situation because I have been able to hit the road and go to Robert Galvin's house, which is someone I met through doing this, or go hang out with Robbie, which I'm doing right now. That's something, it's very, very unique. And so honestly, when I think about it, I'm not a religious guy, but I do feel blessed, in every area, and it's been life-changing, life-saving. So I mean, I feel pretty good. It's been all positive, So.
And that is wonderful. And I got to tell you, so I ran into people at Terrificon, and that was great. Like, I was so happy to see people, even though some of it was very brief, and I wish it wasn't so brief, but I got to hang out with Black Crown and Paperweight and all the Canadians, and that came down, and I got to run into, Dan Likes X-Men and Mr. Akins, and all just like in the hallway. And then I just dove on top of Brandon. I'm like, Mon Comics. I'm like, oh, you're on with your children. I thought you were live streaming.
Oh my gosh.
And he's walking like this with his comic book bags, right? And so like I was like, oh, okay, like like you're making a video, whatever, and I'm just gonna, and it's like, no, it's his babies. I was like, oh my god. But no, when I was on Saturday night of Terrificon, I'm waiting at the bar, and there are people like walking up and saying hello, and it's like, oh, you do the Council of Comics, you're Cliff. I'm like, I am. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have fans.
I remember the first time I met Biggie Shack, and in person and stuff, and that was like, and this is a true story. So I'm sitting at the, I think it was in Chicago, and I'm having dinner with my buddy Colin, who works with the Hero Initiative, and
your buddy Colin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is Colin, like Colin Bunn, but not Colin Bunn, but
Okay.
So it was me, him, and it was Chris Claremont, and we were all having dinner together. Okay, and so
you got nice Chris Claremont.
Yeah, well, I've gotten both, so don't worry about it.
All right, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
But we're sitting there and we're having dinner and talking, and stuff like that. And like Chris and Colin, they've known each other, and I've known Chris a little bit, but not anything. Like we're not calling each other on the phone by any matter. But like someone else walks by me, or I get a message, and they're like, "Oh, Biggie Shack is over at the restaurant. We're all here at this restaurant down the street." So I get up and. I tell Chris Claremont and my buddy Colin, I gotta go, guys. Sorry, I can't stay. This guy Biggie Shack, I gotta go meet him and stuff. And so I left my dinner with Chris Claremont to go hang out, go see Biggie Shack for the first time. And it's things like that. It's like, you know what, Chris, you're great, but these are the guys I want to hang out with, and stuff. Who's more important to me and stuff. So it was a lot of fun. And then somebody told Biggie, he's like, Bueller was just having dinner with Chris Claremont. He left to come hang out with you. I go, hell yeah, he did.
I'd leave Claremont to go eat with Biggie. I would not leave Phil Jimenez. I would not leave Steve Orlando. I would not leave Derek Charm. I would not leave Francis Lennell Yu. I would not leave Joe Prado. Okay, so I have at least a list of 10 people I would not leave because I really love them. But yes, Chris, people like Chris Claremont, maybe Jerry Ordway, I would leave for Biggie. I just want you to know there's a few legends. I was like, I love you, gotta go. My friend is waiting.
Yeah, no, it was like you said, I've had bad Chris Claremont, and my first interaction with Chris Claremont was kind of like that. When my very first interaction with Chris Claremont was. I hosted a panel for him at a Comic-Con. So I'm on stage with him. So it's me and him. And this is like the first panel I've ever done. So if you're going to start doing a panel and as a host, don't do one with Chris Claremont. That's not a great way to get into that business. So he's up there on stage talking about Hugh, the guy who plays Wolverine.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. Hugh Jackman. Yeah. He's on there talking about he got to see his penis on stage. So he's just sitting there. He's like, yeah, I was on the set of Days of Future Past, and that was that scene when he was in the bed with that girl and he got up and his penis was all flapping around and stuff. He goes, yeah, that's exactly what I imagine Wolverine's penis to look like. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I just asked you about Cyclops, and that's where you went. It's stuff.
Just for the record, that's not even close to evil Claremont. So you did pretty good.
Yeah, well, I was uncomfortable Claremont, but
you got uncomfortable Claremont.
Yeah, and then he's been on the channel a couple times, and I remember the last time he was on there. I go, remember that time you were talking about that guy's penis and stuff? I go, did you want to elaborate some more on that? He goes, well, I don't remember that. I go, okay, whatever, man.
God, good Lord. All right, we've given it enough time. I think we're ready for another run. All right, so I've added DJ Links. I've added G-Man.
Now, are you adding them twice since they donated 50?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, I am. That's how we're doing this.
Yeah, I did eat the vegan food.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I always wanted to try vegan.
Robert, is the queen, is she watching right now? Let me know if your wife is watching. So if she's not watching, I can spill your secret. He already knows what it is just by me saying that. So. Oh, okay. Never mind. There's no secret. There's no secret. It's pure dedication. Long live the veganism. Whatever you call it.
Yep, that's how it's going, everybody. That's how it's going.
That's hilarious.
So you're currently in Alabama. What? See, I'm a fat man. So, what is your favorite thing to eat while you're down in Alabama?
Oh man. Well, I don't eat like I used to as far as like my diet. So like most of the stuff I have is pretty healthy for me. But me and Robbie took me out to this burger place last night, his favorite burger place. And they had this mushroom burger that was really good. And it's a local place. So every time I go to a town and if I know someone, I'm like, hey, let's go get something to eat. But I don't want to go to like Red Robin. You know, I want to go to something local, something good. And that place we went to last night was awesome. They had really good tater tots and stuff. And then those stupid Buc-ee's, man, that Buc-ee's place is here in the South. Man, they get me. I mean, those things are deadly. If you go to a Buc-ee's, you walk in there, you look all around, you see all the food options. I'm just laughing. I'm like, come on, I can't. This is too much, you know. But I had like it's called a paddle tail pastry at the Buc-ee's. Oh, that was pretty good. That was just right down the street. But you know, there's definitely, and I was talking to Robbie about this. There's a lot more, let's just say, food options here that probably aren't that good for you, you know? Yeah. And I'm like, man, if I was here full time, it would not go well. You know, my diet would be something different. So yeah. But no, the burger we had last night was good. I like pizza is another one I like to try everywhere I go. You know, local pizza place and stuff. You know, and but I like yesterday. I think we had sushi. There's a place right outside this place. It's called Rock and Roll Sushi. And I had that yesterday for lunch. That was really good. But it's also like, you know, do you want to get sushi from somewhere in the middle of the country, or do you want to get sushi from a coastline place? Yeah. It's a little bit better when you're near a coastline because, you know, it's right there. Absolutely. I agree. Because I'm in Dallas, Texas now. And so. Man, Dallas sucks, man. I'm sorry. No, you're fine. I'm not from here. You know, I was in Dallas, I think last year, man. I was with someone, and they're like, "Oh yeah, when you coming back?" I'm like, "Never. I'm never coming back. I know this place. I'm miserable. I can't wait to get out of here." What time of year
do other bars close early? I hear that's a thing.
Not here, man. They do.
In Dallas.
In Dallas, yeah.
Yeah, I heard that's a bit of a problem. Yeah. All righty. All right, we're ready for the next race, people. We're ready. All right, here we go. I remember in Dallas they had like the freeway off ramps that didn't go to anywhere. It was like just like a half built bridge in the sky. Exactly. I'm like, well, that's not good. You know what? Someone's like, it's more confused. They're like jumping the bus on speed. Well, my brother got into a little bit of trouble in Houston. We'll tell that story later. John. Congrats, John. Congrats. You know, John's Comics is one of my least favorite persons in the community. I know. What a toxic individual, right?
Yeah, he's always been like, come on, man.
Oh my God. Like just so obnoxious.
Like, look at me. I have kids. Yeah, we get it.
And you never see the kids. You never see the kids.
You did it at the beginning, and then they're kind of like, oh my God, my dad. I gotta get out of here. You know.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, let's see which box he gets.
Number 2.
Is that
Number 2, which is appropriate. That's the X-Men box.
That's
Oh, there
X-Men
you
box.
go. Yeah, he likes the X-Men, I think.
That's good stuff. All right, so our next winner automatically gets box number 1, and then we decide who gets the thingy, and we're good.
Thingy.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, I got to meet John in person the year before at MayCon. That was a blast.
Oh, nice.
It's lovely.
He's a good guy. So, all jokes aside, okay.
I have yet
He's
to
a
meet
great guy.
anybody really in the community, like, because I just be here in Dallas. So
I was in Dallas. I went to the Dallas Fan Expo. Man, that place, I couldn't stand it.
I don't go to the Fan Expo. I go to it's this town called Plano, Texas. It's north of Dallas, and they have what they call a convention called Retro Expo, and it's old video games, comic books.
Okay, yeah.
It's really nice, not expensive at all. I think $15 just to get in, and it's really nice. I'll go to that instead of Fan Expo.
I had I don't know if I should share this, but what the hell?
Come on, just
my only like quote uncomfortable experience with a subscriber or fan of the Bueller channel was with someone in Dallas.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And since Sleepy Reader is in here, he kind of knows what I'm talking about. But there was a gentleman that is a subscriber of the channel. I think he might still be. I don't know for sure. But he's like, oh yeah, when you're in Dallas, you should come on by, and stuff. I was like, okay, and I finally made it there, and I did. We went out and had lunch together, and that was fine. It was a little uncomfortable and stuff. But then he's like, hey, after we're done, I want to take you over to over here. I want to show you something. I was like, okay, sure, no problem, because my bus was like parked back at his house. And so he proceeds to take me and drives me around this parking lot of a strip mall. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is where the mass shooting was 3 weeks ago. And he literally drove me to all the parts where people were shot and killed and hiding and stuff like that. So I'm like, this is not exactly on my bucket list of things to see in Dallas.
I wish I would have hung out with you instead of him. There's other places I could have taken you. The Galleria, it's a nice mall, stuff like that. But wow,
I don't think you noticed how uncomfortable I was, which is kind of sad, But I was like, oh my God, and then there's a little bit more to the story later, but I'm not going to get into that. But that's the main thing, And I was like, okay, I got to get out of here, and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I had the Fan Expo that weekend, so I left, and then I just parked in the parking lot for like 2 nights outside of the convention center. And as soon as that was over, man, I was out. I was like, I got to get out of Texas, because I went to San Antonio, I went to Austin, I went to Waco, a few other, Buffalo Gap, I believe, is another place I went to. And then I was like, I got to get out of Dallas. So I was like, I go, I'm not coming back. Maybe if it snows, maybe I'll come back. But I'll tell you, man, it was like 99 degrees during the day, and then it was like 97 at night. I was like, what the hell's going on?
Right? I was thinking the same thing, since I've lived here for about 9 years.
Yeah.
And I was thinking the same thing, like, why is it so hot?
All the time. It doesn't
all the time.
That's the one thing I like about the West Coast where I'm from, like Oregon. Yeah. It's like if it's in the mid 90s during the day, at night it's like in the mid 50s. It cools down, and so you can cool your house down even if you don't have air conditioning. You're fine. There's really low humidity and stuff. So that's like when I'm coming over here, and like right now I'm just sitting here sweating. I mean, it's only like 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm sweating right now, because it's so humid out here, and I don't know how people do it.
That's my first thought. The first day I moved down here to Texas, I literally passed out as I was moving my stuff into the apartment. I moved down here in the first week of July. It was the base temperature was 95 degrees, but then you gotta count the humidity and the heat index.
Yeah.
And all my friends in the Midwest lied to me. They said, "Oh, when you moving to Dallas, they got that dry heat. It's not that bad." No, it's absolute lies.
Yeah.
They have humidity.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you come from a place that doesn't. You just feel it automatically.
Yeah.
Cliff, what are you doing?
I'm just looking up some stuff to give away.
I thought you were rubbing your toe.
Brent, we have a huge donation.
Private chat only, Bueller. Private chat only.
Oh, no.
Oh, you thought I was rubbing my feet?
Yeah, you're rubbing your feet. I thought you were rubbing your feet.
My goodness. All right, let's see what we got in the private chat.
Mon. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, huge
Mon
donation. Thank you so much for that.
Nice.
And also, I want to give a shout out to everybody who's donated so far. I want to thank y'all guys so much. We really appreciate the donation for this great event that we've been having this whole weekend. So we really do appreciate you guys. And that's why we're trying to get these mystery packs out to you guys for the donations that you've been giving us.
DJ says it was stuck in Arizona from 2017 to 2024. In Arizona, so everyone knows there's two different parts of Arizona. Okay, there's the desert part and then there's the mountain part. You can survive in the mountain part like Flagstaff all year round. If you like cold weather as well, it's beautiful, wonderful. But like right now in like Phoenix, it's like 120 degrees.
I'm good.
In October,
I'm good.
So it really depends on where you go.
I'm good. I'm not doing that. I'm born and raised in Michigan. Born and raised in Michigan, lived in Minnesota, stayed some time in Chicago. Texas is about as hot I'm going to get. I'm going, if I go anywhere, I'll go back up to the Midwest.
Yeah. So you don't mind the cold?
No, I just hate driving in it. That's the only thing I hate about it, you know.
Look how intense Cliff looks.
Yes.
It's true. It's true.
My Lord.
He's putting in the names.
Hey, just breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth.
Well, I'm looking at this and 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, 200, 275, 285, 385. I think we made over $400 so far. Right on, everybody.
Nice.
Right on.
Nice.
That's awesome. All right. I guess it's 11:40. I think it may be time to do another duck race.
Yeah, duck race it.
Oh, let's just blast out duck races, everybody. Let's just do it. My goodness. Share the screen. Here we go for the final one. All right, let's set it and shuffle it and forget it.
All right, who's in here?
We got 4 Mon comics. We got 2 DG links. We still got all the other participants. It's anybody's race, ladies and gentlemen. Will it be Mon Comics or Mon Comics or Mon Comics or Mon Comics or DJ Links or Random Rips?
Oh.
Jeremy or Tony or Redman?
Look at that.
Close.
Oh, Deadman.
That's cool. I think
that's
really
cool for some of us.
It was rigged.
I'm definitely going to reach out to Rob to help me cover that.
It was rigged. That was rigged.
Ain't nothing rigged about that one. So
that Gus was on was on steroids there.
He got a really fun pack.
Oh, cool. So I noticed you got that Alex Ross Thor behind you.
I did. I got it for a steal.
Nice. Very cool.
Listen, I love hunting and stalking my comic shop and eBay. It's so exciting. I mean, sometimes you don't win, but when you do, oh my God.
Did you buy it slabbed or did you get it slabbed?
I bought them slabbed.
Oh, okay.
Not everything I have slabbed, I have a floppy of, but I try to have a floppy.
Sure.
Right. But like, for instance, Spidey super stories, I have a hard time finding that in the wild. So I'm like, you're coming home with me. Like that was it. Like, we don't have time for this. Monica's first appearance, I have a Lucy. The Shazam return, I have a Lucy. You know, some of them are wins, so I don't have anything. One of them is a win, and I still have a Lucy of it. So that's fun. So, you know, I mean, like, but everything on my wall has a story for me.
Yeah.
You know,
I like that you call them Lucy's.
Yes, right?
These are my Lucy's.
Right? It feels very
Yeah.
It feels very New York. It feels very really New York, very, you know, very, very, very casual bougie. It feels like it's a casual bougie. And
see the fat man in me, every time I hear the word Lucy, I think of the Juicy Lucy in Minnesota. It's a burger. They stuffed it with different 2 different cheeses inside of it.
And then grill it.
Yes. Grill. And it's called a Juicy Lucy. And you literally have to be careful. They tell you when they bring you your burger to be careful not to just bite down in it because it's molted cheese in the middle. So you won't burn your mouth.
That sounds good.
Oh, it's delicious.
Amazing. So this, I'm super proud of all this. Like, this is amazing, guys. All right.
Yes.
So next up. Oh my goodness. Ugh.
Are you even? Can I ask? Are you even drinking coffee, Cliff?
Of course I am. It's cold now, but I'm drinking.
All right, I'm just checking.
Wow, I'm still sticking with my Coca-Cola Oreos.
The Oreo Cola.
Yeah.
Why don't you get it like a coffee sponsor on board, Cliff?
One day I was like, you know, like I don't feel like famous or anything.
You gotta
famous.
Just reach out.
Yeah.
It's in the name of the title, man. It's an instant filler. Comics on Coffee, brought to you by Comics on Coffee.
Brought to you by Dead Strikes Coffee. Now, Action Comics 242 edition.
Reach out to Pocan Joe.
Pocan Joe, does he make a coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. All right, so what have I got here to go with other stuff? I have so many things and yet also things that I can't move. All right. Oh, here we go.
Yes,
you should do a random giveaway and like just say, hey, you can pick anything on the wall.
Absolutely not. I would only do that if somebody donated $1,000 to Comics Curing Cancer. Then,
whatever you want.
Then I would consider it. Do you know what I went through for Marvel feature number 1? It's, you know, are you aware of what I went through?
Yes.
Okay, good, because I don't need to repeat myself.
Yeah.
That was a year-long adventure.
Yeah, but here's the thing, man. The story will always be with you, and that's all you need. You don't need the book.
I need the freaking book, dealer. I need the freaking book. The story. I need to go to the grave with this thing, dealer. I went through too much.
Let me tell everyone something about life. You don't need anything. Okay.
You need food, wine, and making love. All right. In case anyone missed it, those 3 things are necessities for me. All right.
Yeah.
Did you say no to food, wine, and making love?
2 of those. 2 of those are pretty important. The other one I could,
What, food and wine? Or food and making love?
The food and the other, I don't need the wine.
Okay, good. All right.
Wine is optional.
The lovely ladies that I get to.
I was gonna say, don't lie to me. Don't say that the wine hurts the situation. You know.
Yeah. I don't need the wine.
I can't wait for Travis to come out this way so he can visit. I can take him out for a nice meal. We'll have steak. We'll have wine. We'll have a picnic in the park. He'll remind me that I'm not gay enough for this, Cliff. What are you doing?
It sounds like this is really premeditated. By the way, you just laid something out that might a court of law might be like, "Yep, you are guilty." Right there. It's on video.
I ain't guilty of shit. I ain't no Diddy. It's not like I'm gonna slip something in your. By the way, like I'm a bottom, so I can't take advantage of unwilling men. And they're all so funny. They're so afraid I'm gonna violate their pussies. And I'm like, I could care less. You know? I was like, I want the other thing, and the other thing needs to work. And for it to work, you need to be awake. So like I need willing participants.
You do not need to be awake. I am aware of this.
Okay, I know you don't need to be awake, but like you have to be into it because it's gonna go south real fast.
Just like this conversation right now.
Keep donating, everybody. Keep donating and shut me up. Got 53 new comments in the chat. Good Lord. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even sure what we're saying. Cliff is wild. That's right. Be you. This is why. This is
about taking me out to the park and, I don't know, having a picnic.
Yeah, but it's a public place. I'm not taking you to the woods. I'm not some psycho from Texas.
The woods, yeah. You want to go? I'm already in the woods.
It's like and Travis, isn't it beautiful? This is where I murdered my adopted family when I was 9.
Oh yeah. This is where I committed my worst crime. Oh great.
It'll be Dallas all over again.
Yeah. I have to go through Texas on my way back. I have to not Dallas, but where I'm at going to Mexico. I gotta go right through Texas again. Yeah. So I'm gonna go really fast.
Yeah. Don't look back.
Cliff, are you okay?
He's not okay.
Well, I don't know what's happening.
He's not okay.
Plotting the next one.
I can't breathe.
His face is matching the shirt.
I can see that. I don't know. I would tell you this: whatever Robbie slipped me last night, that would have done the trick.
Oh my God. That's terrible. Robbie DM me. That's all.
I'm sure he's still sleeping.
Cliff is demonstrating. What does that mean? What does that mean? Cliff is demonstrating. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh my God. Do I have to Urban Dictionary this? Jesus. Oh my God. Demonstrating. The act of showing someone how to do something or how something works, or a protest. All right, I'll take it.
The first part, yeah.
This is late night TV. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, we gave y'all 2 warnings.
I know, right? It's like
2 warnings.
Good luck for those of you joining right now. Listen, we promised you 2 hours of entertainment and prizes for your donations. I hope we're delivering.
You never looked at your message I sent you, did you?
A second one?
No, the one on Instagram.
What, the one of you and the water? That is
okay.
Running all over the places that I mentioned earlier? Yes. Okay. I don't know why your Instagram says I didn't see it. I saw it. Hold on here. Let me add some fireworks to it. There we go.
Shit.
There we go. Hold on. Let me save that to the privacy folder right now that only I have access to. Okay.
Oh yeah, I see it. Okay, yeah.
I'm like Bueller. I was like, now that you sent me that picture, I mean, like, we are having steak and we're going to the park, and I don't know, we're just wherever the night takes us.
Exactly.
All right.
It's so funny. Can you just imagine video after video of me just drunk all over the valley with Bueller? I'm like, I don't even know what winery we're at anymore. I rented a dryer. Bueller, are you okay? He's like, I don't know what's going on here. This cigar is really good. I'm like, oh my God, his muscles are so like, where are we going next? And then like you just cut to we're at the apple cider farm and I'm walking around with the Angry Orchard bottles spilling all over. Like, oh, Angry Orchard's so great. They're so good. So they gave me a free charcuterie board. It's like, bitch, you just paid $78. I know.
I have no comment.
I have, yeah. All I'm thinking is Bueller, get here. We need that adventure. You know what? So hold on. Privacy chat. Gotta bounce and help John. You guys are awesome. Thanks. All right. Love you. Thank you, DJ. All right.
Thank you, DJ.
My God, we didn't even do rated or hated. All right, let's power through some rated or hated. This is from Cover Price from 1 year ago. Bueller, you're the guest. You decide if we rate it or if we hate it. Here we go. And I don't like how I'm sharing. Let me just undo that. Let's try that again.
All right.
Rivers belong where they can ramble.
And I'm
What
gonna be the positive guy.
Okay.
That was your positivity music? All right. So who is playing that?
No, not I. Is the duck still going? No. I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, I don't hear nothing. What's happening?
I don't know. I'm hearing stuff.
Uh-oh.
All right, whatever. I'll just try to ignore it. Oh my Lord. Why? There's like a giant musical number. Who is doing this? Tom, is this your fault? It is. All right. So actually, it's not really. It's just that whatever happened over on the stream that I had him on just went to hell. All right.
Oh,
so
okay.
bonus track. I gotta go check out that movie. It's called Bonus Track. All right, Cliff is finally. No, I haven't, Taylor. I still have my shit enough together to finish this. All right, so number 1 from a year ago, Heart Attack, number 1, an image book from 2019. As usual, somebody thought there should be some heat here because a potential series. Rated or hate it?
Well, I got in one of my favorite shows, and I'll borrow one of their lines from Men on Film. Hated it.
Hated it.
Yeah.
All right. Did you see me? Did you see me and Freaky Louie do our version of Men on Film?
No, I haven't. It's pretty good.
Oh, I will send you a copy. I will send you.
I go back and watch In Living Color skits all the time. It was such a great show.
We did Men on Community. It's I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm extremely proud, but I am gonna say I'm pretty proud, and vote for Freaky Louie for most comedic this year. All right, give that man the award he deserves that I happened to win last year. Give that man the award he deserves.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh my God. All right, so Heart Attack is a hate it. That's fine by me because really I just didn't see the point. All right, next up, Dazzler number 1.
Hated it.
Oh my God.
Oh my.
Oh my God. The heartbreak. I mean, you know what? I'll forgive this. I'll forgive this if the next one is worth rating.
Yeah. Hated it.
Superman for All Seasons number 1.
Hated it.
You did not hate it.
Yeah,
one of the greatest Superman stories ever told.
I don't like all seasons. I only like a couple.
Oh, what? You could give it a 2 or a 3 out of 5, for goodness sake.
All right, I'll give it. I hated it.
You still hate it?
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay, I have to intervene here. This is a 5 in my book. I just have to say, I can't.
Is it a 5 out of 10? Because that's not very.
It's a 5 out of 5. It's a 5
Are
out
you
of
sure? Are you sure it's a 5 out of 5?
It's a very enjoyable book. There's lots of great moments of Superman here.
Let me guess. He's like wearing a cape and flying around from one place to another. Never seen that before.
Have you not read this book?
No, of course I haven't read it.
You're a monster. Go read this book.
I'm definitely a monster.
Go find a dirty, filthy, unjacketed version of this book and read it and get back to me.
Let me guess, he flies around a farm for a little bit, then he goes to like a city and saves someone, again, and sometimes he has like a moral dilemma on something.
Just stop saying the words that are coming out of your mouth. Just stop.
Yeah,
stop.
It's great.
Stop. Just go read this. And then we'll talk. Oh my god. I'm
clipping this whole section, by the way. I'm gonna be clipping this.
5 from Cliff. Next up, let's see who else's childhood you can crap on. Next up is Rob's Fat Stack's childhood. Let's see how this goes. Spider-Man 2099, number 1.
Oh yeah, hated it. I mean, it's just. What are we just showing gimmick books now? Look, we got a shiny.
These are the top 10 from last year, and
we got a shiny, cover and stuff like that around the borders. Put that on there.
No love for Miguel O'Hara, none whatsoever.
Yeah, it was just a cheap knockoff of the real.
One more time, I override and I give this a solid 4 for me.
What's so special about 2099, man?
Number 1.
Why couldn't they go
closer than we think? It's closer than we think.
Yeah, I give this one a 1 out of 5.
Painful. What? Just for the Miguel O'Hara of it all?
All of it.
Oh my God. 4 from me, maybe a 5 because I'm feeling a certain kind of way. All right, next up, Night of the Cadillacs.
Night of the Cadillacs. Oh, one of those Scout books. Yeah, that was the death nail of the Scout right there. That was the last number 1 book they ever had come out.
Oh wow.
I don't know. But
I never heard of this book myself.
Yeah. I never heard of this book. I think we're all safe to hate that one together. All right. Next one. Hey, next one you might have special feelings about.
All right.
Number 1.
Yeah. That's pretty good. I like that one.
All right. Out of 5.
Out of 5.
Out of 5, I'll give that one a solid 4.
Good. Yeah. I give it a 4 as well. See if this will
agree. Here.
Yes. Good job, everybody. Good job. All right. Next up, Ryan Stegman's Wolverine number 36, first appearance of the Helverine.
Yeah, hated it.
Wow.
I knew that was coming. I knew that.
Wow. Well, it can only go. I'm not sure if it's going uphill or downhill. Let's find out. Next up, all new Wolverine number 1.
Yeah, hated it.
I knew it.
And last but not least, will you break everyone? Void Rivals number 4, 1 in 25.
A cheap knockoff of something we all liked before. Hated it.
Part of Transformers.
Huh?
It's part of Transformers. It's
not
a knockoff.
It's just like, hey, we're gonna make something close to it and then kind of try to tie it in, but really it's something by itself as well. You know what? It's lazy writing is what it is. It's like, hey, can you phone something in? They're like, yeah, here you go.
Yeah, have you read this? Are you even aware? There's like a literal book that has tied the events together to draw the 3 titles together.
Yeah, no, it's all a money grab.
Are you confusing this with Amazing Spider-Man and the
No. Here's the thing. The bad thing is I have like the first 10 issues of this book too, so I'm actually.
Did you read them?
I read enough to know what I'm talking about and form this opinion that I'm sharing with everyone.
You are a savage, man. I'm a monster. I'm out here every week screaming, "Fight the Empire!" And even I'm like, well, Void Rivals is pretty consistent and good. And you're like, cash grabbing you. Yeah, they're grabbing you by the balls and milking you, kid. Don't fall for it.
Yeah, no, that's not very good. That's too bad. We had high hopes. But it disappoints in the long run.
I can't believe it disappointed you. So many people love this.
Well, a lot of opinions tastes are horrible. And
I mean, opinions are like assholes. I get it. But geez, like I didn't think it was that bad. I do feel they are really kind of pushing it with their integration of G.I. Joe. Like I feel like that's a bit rough. But overall, it's like a satisfying cup of hot cocoa.
Well, here's the thing. I'm a GoBots type of guy. So
say no more. We're done. We're done. Thank you, everybody. That was it. All right, we're back to civilized conversation with Cliff. Yeah. Hold on, let's look at the 46 things in the chat I missed. Good Lord. Hey, Dave Ears, welcome. Boston Chris is here. All righty. Okay, so Good Lord. Assholes are like hot cocoa. Only if you're fucking the right dude, Taylor. Only if you're fucking the right dude. Again, only if you're fucking the right dude. Thank you. So sorry. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna do the we're gonna do this one first.
The big one.
No, we're gonna do a small one first. This is the Ryan Gary Brown Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1, which he has signed here. Beautiful. All right. We're gonna throw in a blank Crisis cover with this. A Yoda #1. You know, the so-and-so variant. Here, let me take a look.
The so-and-so variant.
Darth Vader 30.
Maybe this isn't a variant? It says variant edition, but I don't know who it's from.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. It's a variant. It counts. It's something. It's special to somebody. You know. It counts. It's Yoda. All right. And then this Amazing Spider-Man, Ultimate Comics All New Spider-Man.
Ooh.
The homage cover. All right. So we'll start that. All right. We need a starting line. All right. So how this goes is you're going to put in what you're willing to bid, and then we do the closing line. And that is it. We begin now. All right. Cyclotron is in for $1.
Thank you, Cyclotron.
Yeah.
Let's go, people. Pretend you care. You can do it.
Pretend you care.
Cyclotron said that's not a real bid. Oh, my Lord. Come on, people. Come on.
Yeah. So he said he's in for $1. So once again, like you said, this is a bid. Once we end this line, whoever wins, all you have to do is just go to the Comics Cure Cancer link that's pinned to the comment section, and donate an amount, and then you'll send either me or Cliff proof that you paid, and then that's what you will receive. And yes, there is free shipping.
That's right. Let's go.
Nobody's paying any shipping for any of the prizes that they won. So right now we got Sicko at $1. Do I hear $2? Do I hear $5? Let's go $5. Do I at least hear $5?
This is what I get for running long. This is
G-Man is in it for 25.
Woo!
That's our new high bid is 25.
Have you ever been to Robert Galvin's G-Man's basement?
I've only seen the background.
Okay. I was there. He won't even let me go in his basement.
Oh.
So I want to know why. What is down there? I still to this day, this has been years later, I still to this day wonder what was down there.
And also, everybody, once we're done with the show, you will hop on to John's Comics with Kids show.
He's doing the show too?
He's doing the show as well.
Yeah, you know, John's a huge attention seeker. I mean, he's like, that's all he is. It's like, look at me, 24 hours a day. I'm John. It's like, if I could go at least one day without seeing that guy on someone else's stream, I'd be a happy person.
You're so funny. I feel like I'm that guy sometimes.
So once again, this is for the Ryan Gary Brown signed TMNT #1. Christina is posted John's and
Jesus.
And John's posted. So
all right, in John's chat, JP Budgeting just said if he's actually waiting for Cliff to stop talking, this might take all night.
All
right. Miles Secret Wars is a decent book. It is a decent.
So right now, the comic book G-Man is in the lead with $25. Do we hear any higher? Do we get a $30 bid or $35 bid for this Gary Brown signed TMNT issue number 1, and plus you're getting some other books with this prize as well. You get a Crisis,
Yoda, Ultimate Comics, Spider-Man.
So you get all that right now. The top bid is $25.
All right, that's it. Are we gonna call it?
Yeah, let's go ahead and call it.
I'm about to call it. Let me put the in the end line.
Robert Galvin for the win. He's gonna get those books and go stick them in his basement where no one's allowed to go to.
Oh, whoops! Well, no, that's not part of yours, buddy. All right, sir. Thank you for being the proud winner. Wonderful, 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 wonderful.
Just make sure that you go ahead and go to the link and donate that $25, and then you can either send me or Cliff a message on IG, and we'll confirm it, and then you'll be all good to go. And like I said, shipping is free.
All right, next we're going to start the line for our big boy here, and I'll throw in some comics to go with it.
Oh, that's cool.
It's Miracle Man 0, and we are starting now. Miracle Man 0, start. There we go.
This is the one that's autographed and has a remark and all that stuff on there?
You better believe it. Look at that.
That's nice.
Awesome. Yeah, you've been showing this on a few of the shows I've seen. It looks cool.
Yeah.
And I even made sure he remarked the comic screen cancer so that they would have to acknowledge it on the note.
That's cool.
And John is in for 25.
All right, John. All right, sir. Let's wrap this up.
Look at John.
Now, Cliff, you see G-Man's comment?
If I win, Cliff, pass it along for another contest. Oh, thank you. That's beautiful. All right, I will do that. This is a slab, and it's gonna come with friends. It's gonna come with friend slabs, with friendly comics.
Yes. That's a Terry Dodson sign, remarked. Comics Curing Cancer 2024 on it. CBCS actually put it on there on the label, so that way
it's a 9.8.
It is 9.8. Oh,
damn,
John
just went up to 50.
Been against himself. So
yeah,
for $50.
That's the type of math that John teaches in the school.
No, that's okay, because John knows if he wins this, I'm going to send it with his X-Men, and I'll send something even extra special with it. Unless someone else outbids John, and they want something extra special to go with this.
Do anybody got $55 or $60? It's all for a great cause.
Come on, 2 minutes, folks. 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes.
Less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, John's all 25 equals 50 if you're all by yourself. That's kind of how his math works.
Do we hear 55 for this slab, 9.8 slab?
It is.
Signed.
Signature series, remarked, witness signature, Terry Dodson, with sketch and comics curing cancer 2024 on 8/18/2024. Cover by Terry and Rachel Dodson. Unfortunately, Rachel wasn't there because I would have done this. And I haven't even done who won the Dracula. All right, I'm gonna prepare who wins the Dracula. Oh my God, what did I use?
Don't let John win this. I can't. So if anyone, please, anyone watching, please don't let John win, because whenever he wins anything, you hear about it for the rest of the year, and it's like I said, like he said, it's all about him.
All right, that's it. I'm sorry, I gotta call it. John is the winner.
Am I still going to be able to do a show today?
Yeah, I know, and I do want him to do a show. Last share, we're gonna find out who gets to Dracula. Let's do that on the wheel, and bam, spin it.
One.
Yeah, package number 1.
Oh, cool.
Which means that would be.
Travis.
Thanks
a lot, John.
So wait, I think that means Brandon is getting it.
What is this wheel for again?
The who gets the Dracula slab with their mystery box.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
All right. So I will verify, but I'm pretty sure it's Mon Comics. All right, everybody. That was it. Please head over to John's channel so he can start. Please. Love you all. Thank you for coming. Thank you for helping to raise so much money. Remember, cancer is the real supervillain. Stay tuned throughout the day. Keep bidding. Keep putting in money. Keep trying to win shit. Art auction tonight. Art auction tomorrow, too. K-Pop's got artists on tonight. Go follow them. Thank you. And until next time, always love.
Thank you.